saying, do you know what it's like to have beef with 50 Cent? 50 Cent is incredible with the beef.
Seeing a lot of posts about the big Meech concert getting canceled. What I'm not seeing is anybody blaming Rick Ross for this. Nobody is saying, yo, Rick Ross, it's your fault.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody treat me off the street.
Understand, you gotta stop making business personal.
Big Meech thought he had pulled off the ultimate power play by teaming up with Rick Ross, convinced that loyalty still held weight on these streets. Fresh out from behind bars, though, Meech is facing a cold, harsh reality. Loyalty in the rap industry is nothing but smoke and mirrors. He chose to turn his back on 50 Cent, placing all his chips on Ross, and now betrayal is hitting him head-on.
You like a hoe. Put your back against the wall and just slide down.
At first, Rick Ross put on a convincing act, appearing as Meech's strongest ally, showering him with grand promises. But the moment things started crumbling, Ross flipped quicker than anyone could imagine. He rushed straight back into the arms of Meech's old rival, 50 Cent. Now, the same individual Meech discarded like yesterday's news holds all the cards, while Ross conveniently pretends he had nothing to do with any of it. Meech finds himself stranded, understanding painfully clear that the streets have no real code. But why did Ross switch sides so abruptly? Is it possible 50 Cent has been secretly orchestrating this downfall behind the curtains all along? This isn't your average rap drama. It goes deeper. Big Meech thought he was a strategic mastermind, a chess player in control, only to realize he was merely a disposable pawn on the board. Rick Ross never truly had Meech's interests at heart. Ross only used Meech to send a clear message to 50, aiming to hijack and claim the infamous BMF legacy for himself. When the dust finally settled, Meech was abandoned, forced to watch helplessly as 50 seized complete narrative control.
Life could sometimes be like real estate, baby. You might have to knock everything down, build it back up, and get it to the value you need it to be.
Freshly freed from incarceration, Meech's reality check is devastating. The man he once snubbed, 50 Cent, is now running the entire BMF empire with ruthless precision, pulling every string like an underworld puppet master. And Ross, who once pretended to stand firm beside Meech, has gone silent, leaving Meech isolated, with nothing left but regret. Loyalty, Meech is discovering firsthand, is nothing more than a fairy tale in this ruthless industry. But here's the million-dollar question. Why did Ross bail out so quickly? Did he make this move entirely on his own accord, or has 50 Cent secretly been masterminding this entire saga? Consider this. If Meech willingly betrayed 50 after all 50 did to breathe life into the BMF legacy, maybe Meech was never truly loyal. Perhaps he was simply looking for a better ship to jump aboard. The streets are alive with rumors. They're whispering loudly that Meech was nothing but a disposable weapon Rick Ross wielded against 50 Cent. Ross cared nothing for true loyalty. He coveted that BMF crown above everything else. The second things began falling apart, Ross ditched Meech in the blink of an eye, leaving him stranded, lost, and humiliated. Now, Meech is out here desperately trying to play the victim card, but the streets aren't falling for the act.
You already know, car show going down June 7th. Get online right now, get your tickets right now. But for the hustlers, I want y'all to understand, you gotta stop making business personal.
Then came the biggest shock of all. Just hours before the highly anticipated BMF Legacy concert at Bank Arena, everything unraveled. The arena canceled the event abruptly, leaving Meech utterly humiliated. Their cold, emotionless announcement was brief. Due to unforeseen circumstances, tonight's event is canceled. No further explanation, just a brutal blow of embarrassment. 50 Cent saw this catastrophe coming from miles away and didn't hesitate to rub salt into the wounds. He proudly reposted the humiliating cancellation, openly mocking Meech's embarrassing situation. When fans began accusing him of being behind the sabotage, 50 sarcastically replied with amusement, "Y'all been playing with me, so hit me up when you're back in town." Classic 50. Always petty, always calculating, always 2 steps ahead.
I've seen a lot of posts about the big Meech concert getting canceled. What I'm not seeing is anybody blaming Rick Ross for this. Nobody is saying, yo, Rick Ross, it's your fault.
Y'all don't remember when they asked me, Wack, what you think about the concert? I said, I think it's too early for dude to even be playing with anything. You need to just kick back. I said it's too early. You don't need to be doing nothing. You eliminate that, ain't nothing on in his life right now. It's too early. I said it. When they said, yo, I said, yeah, too early. for him to be doing any of that, he need to just lay back, focus on TV, get his business right with 50. He don't need to be for none of that shit. I said, but I understand why he's doing it, because he's infatuated with that rap. He always wanted to do it. He was never successful at doing it. If you eliminate him doing this, there's no him standing with Rick Ross. There's no 50 tripping. None of it. There's no exposing coming. None of it happened.
Meech's most significant error was underestimating how deeply 50 Cent would take offense when he aligned himself with Rick Ross. Now, Meech faces severe consequences. The massive BMF concert collapsed, his so-called supporters vanished into thin air, and even his son, Lil Meech, finds himself caught in the destructive crossfire. Once a rising star thanks to the hit series BMF, Lil Meech is now struggling financially, taking desperate gigs for as little as $500 just to survive. From Hollywood darling to fighting over pocket change, that's a dramatic downfall. Lil Meech tried to clear things up publicly, insisting Ross was just helping his father financially. But 50 Cent wasn't fooled. He exposed the private messages, publicly displaying Lil Meech's frantic attempts at proving loyalty, revealing that Ross was quietly funding Big Meech's lifestyle behind closed doors. Now Lil Meech is out here openly begging for 50's forgiveness, swearing absolute allegiance, all while trying to rationalize his father's questionable alliance with Ross. But 50 isn't accepting any excuse.
What up, though? Boss of all bosses. And today I'm coming to tell all my supporters, if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, whatever you got, you trying to make it go up, hit me right now.
To make matters worse, even rapper The Game chimed in, mocking Lil Meech for not standing more solidly by his dad. Yet 50 Cent, never missing an opportunity, instantly responded with his trademark ruthless humor, further humiliating everyone involved. 50 doesn't even need to act. He's comfortably seated, laughing at the chaos he effortlessly predicted and perhaps quietly engineered. As if the current drama wasn't enough, old dirt has begun surfacing, further damaging Meech's reputation. 50 Cent called out Big Meech's questionable parenting, questioning why he allowed his own son's promising career to be so recklessly jeopardized. An old video clip emerged showing Lil Meech hanging closely with Rick Ross's entourage, adding fuel to the fire. 50 quickly pointed out Ross never genuinely assisted Lil Meech during critical moments, while he himself had invested resources and energy into setting Lil Meech up for a brighter future. But wait, there's even more. Big Meech isn't just dealing with humiliation and abandonment. He's now facing allegations of snitching as well. The rumor mill has exploded with whispers claiming Meech flipped on his longtime partner, Dion Cuffy Gatling, in exchange for early release from prison. Court documents point directly to Tammy Cowens as a confidential informant, a person Meech himself introduced to Cuffy. Suddenly, all talks of brotherhood and loyalty vanished the moment the authorities stepped in. The streets are now screaming louder than ever. Meech played himself. Ross set him up, 50 stepped back, and Meech lost everything. He's out here alone, no friends, no loyalty, no legacy. Meech tries desperately to claim victimhood, but the undeniable truth is staring everyone straight in the face. He betrayed first. Now the walls of his empire are crumbling, and 50 Cent is enjoying every minute from a safe distance.
And yeah, like business is business. A part of me understands a part of that. I do understand that.
Well, they always say there's no permanent friends and enemies in business, just permanent interests.
Yeah, because this is the thing. I understand that 50 got, the ongoing beef with the people and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? But it seems like their transaction is just business.
Ultimately, everyone involved profited off the BMF name, except Meech and his son. They're left empty-handed, carrying nothing but shame and broken promises. Rick Ross continues unbothered, 50 Cent gleefully laughs from afar, and Meech remains utterly isolated. Even accusations of betrayal have surfaced publicly, permanently staining Meech's legacy. And 50 Cent? He's comfortably positioned, watching the chaos unfold, content knowing he barely had to lift a finger to engineer Meech's downfall. It wasn't purely business, it was personal revenge. Meech crossed the wrong man, and now he's paying dearly for his mistake. So, what do you think? Is Big Meech truly a victim, or is he the architect of his own collapse? Did 50 Cent orchestrate this entire drama, or was Meech destined to fail from the very beginning? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, smash that like button, and subscribe to keep updated. Because believe me, this unfolding drama is far from finished.